Happy Sunday, Sanctification Sunday is what I call it. I wanted to come and talk to you guys about vision. With 2020 being next year, I'm sure you've heard a lot about vision. But God kind of gave me an example in the physical that helped to really drive this home spiritually for me. When you have had a rough year, like I know a lot of people have had for 2019, it is so hard to look to the future, especially if you've had a vision or you've had a plan for something and you've watched it fall apart. To pick up and to start over and to do it again feels exhausting, and a lot of fear can come in because you're like, I did that, I planned that, I worked towards that, and then I watched it all fall apart. For me, it was 22 years of a relationship, half of my life, to watch it all fall apart and to have to start over. The thought of trying to have a new vision or a new dream or a new plan for my life seemed like too much. But the other day, all of a sudden, I got this film over my contacts to the point where I couldn't see anything. It was very scary. I ended up having to have my daughter to drive me home because I couldn't even see well enough to drive. And when I got home, I took my contacts off and I threw them away. They weren't old contacts. It's just somehow, some way, I know it was God trying to teach me something. Something covered them or clouded them to the point that it needed to be thrown away. And if that's you, if you've had a vision, if you had your eyes on something, had your sights on something that you've been working towards or planning towards, and then you watch it all fall apart, you have to let that go. Just like I had to throw those contacts away, I tried to wash them off and clean them up and do all of these things, and nothing was working. What I had to do was throw them away and get a fresh pair. And so as we come into the new year, I want you to think about, what is your vision? Proverbs 29:18 says, where there is no vision, and I like the Amplified because it says, no redemptive revelation of God, the people perish. And what jumps out to me in that verse is about redemption. When you've watched something be destroyed, it's hard to believe that God can redeem it. But we know that God is faithful to his word, and it says in Romans 8:28 that he works all things together for our good. And so when you are looking towards your future as this year is closing out, what do you have your eyes on? What are you looking towards? What are you working towards? Because if you don't have anything, if you don't have any vision for your future, just immediately for this next year, if you have no vision, that means that something is perishing. A dream God has put in you, a gift he's given you, some of the plans that he has for your life, without you having your eyes set on them, without you working towards them, then that means that they are perishing, and a part of you is perishing as well. And so I just want to challenge you, as scary as it seems, as hard as it is, as much as you may not want to start to think about, what is God calling you to do in 2020? I have, over this last month, had so many people lose loved ones unexpectedly, had people end up in the hospital unexpectedly, had people have health challenges unexpectedly. None of us knows what the future holds, and tomorrow is not promised. So I'm challenging you. I'm asking you, because these are the questions that I'm asking myself. What gift has God given me that I have yet to water, to nurture, to grow, and to put out there to accomplish the purpose that God has called me to? For me, I know it's writing a book. That's something that's been on my mind for a long time, and I've been putting it off. So that's in my vision for 2020. And my vision for 2020 is building my coaching business and speaking more and just sharing things that God has put in my heart even more, putting myself out there more. This is the vision that I have. And a lot of you know Habakkuk 2, where God tells him to write the vision and to make it plain. There's something about seeing that vision in front of you, seeing it out where other people can hold you accountable, where you can remember what you're running towards. Last year or this year, earlier this year, I ran a half marathon, and knowing that 13.2 miles was my end goal was enough to keep me going at mile 10, at mile 11, at mile 12, where it got hard. I already knew what I was running towards. And so nothing that you want to accomplish next year is going to happen accidentally. You're going to have to be intentional. You're going to have to be on purpose. You're going to have to write it down. You're going to have to share it with other people. You're going to have to put it out there. You're going to have to pray about it and ask God to show you the path that He's already laid out. If it's His plan, the provision, and everything that you need to accomplish it is already out there. You just have to seek it out. So I'm challenging you today. Today is December 15th. We're halfway through the month. You still have 16 days left in 2019 to begin praying about what is your vision for 2020. If you're like, I have no idea, I would love to help you and work with you. I am going to be doing some vision workshops in 2020. But if you already know and you're just allowing fear to hold you back, I challenge you, I actually dare you to write it down and to share it with at least 3 people what God has put in your heart. What are you looking towards? Don't be like I was with those contacts where I couldn't see anything. I had to rely on someone else to lead me around. And when you are not intentional about your vision, when you're not intentional about making sure you have on clear contact so that you can see, you find yourself in a place where it's dark and you can't see and you can't even maneuver around. So that's my message for you today. What is your vision for 2020? What are you going to bring to life that God has placed inside of you? What great promise or seed or gift or ministry or book or business idea, or some of you even babies. You want to have a baby. Like, what is it that you want to accomplish in 2020? And I'm challenging you to get intentional about it, be purposeful about it, let other people hold you accountable towards it, and to start moving your feet in that direction. Hope you guys are blessed and have a great day.